I am NetMoverSitan, and I have done a little off camera, gathering more fish to stop me from starving, and also gathering one or two resources. Also, I made a better fishing rod. Although now, I'll be making, or rather completing, the Rabbit's Head access point to the Nether. The one that goes directly to the Nether Fortress. Yes. Hopefully this should be enough black concrete to complete the ears. One side must be deeper than the other. Oh yes. And I have started Oddworld New and Tasty, a remake of Oddworld Abe's Odyssey. Using Unity and having a number of differences to the original. One of which is it's 2.5D rather than 2D. I'll save the rest for when it's uploaded, which will probably be after the Magic Circle. Or perhaps Serious Sam the First Encounter, depending on which comes first, of course. Yes, this is where the redstone lamps will be placed. Around the eyes. Oh yes, it's still powder at this level. Not anymore, it isn't. I've had to call off the comparison between that and... Yeah, had to call off the comparison between... Sorry, can't get the English right. Well, else is new. I can't get the comparison between the two versions. Mostly because, for some reason, Fraps doesn't work with the PS1 port of Oddworld Abe's Odyssey, as it appears. And I have tried. So I went straight for New and Tasty, which has one or two features that they did not put in the original. In fact, it was put in, well, the sequel. And apparently they had one or two ideas for Abe's Exodus that they weren't able to put into. which apparently they'll be putting into the remake, Oddworld Soulstorm. As of this point, I've completed the magic circle. Satire done right. And I agree with that. Let's see. Yeah, that looks about right. Oh yeah. And considering that it's a game from the late 1990s, the original version of Abe's Odyssey, it also predates a specific type of game development that is now quite frequent. Now, subtitles. Right, now to work on the actual power source of the redstone lamps. I want to make it so that they are off during the day but on during the night. Which is why I have daylight sensors, redstone lamps, redstone dust, and I can make some redstone torches if I haven't already. It's not exactly something that needs a workbench. Let's see. Oh yeah. I get, yes, more confirmation around me that good deeds are usually punished for. Either by a lack of acknowledgement or, at worst, aggression. If good deeds are condemned as evil, how do they expect anyone to remain good? It's all one big bad joke, isn't it? I'll stop there, as I'll just be repeating myself. Yeah, I'll get back to that once. Well, if you want to see the full version of that, check out the Shrine of Psychosis, my vlog series. That's basically a few minutes, more or less, of me detailing a bad joke that is reality that was not funny the first time. Well, if constructing the rabbit head feature of this Way to the Nether doesn't take enough time to complete, well, I'll fill it in with something else to make up the rest of the time. Yeah, as I don't want to leave it too short. It might make some of you feel cheated. Then again, some of you might not care, and would prefer that I shut up quicker. Essentially, acting like IGN reviewers. Yeah, still haven't forgiven them for Alien Isolation. I mean, certainly one of the most faithful adaptations of the source material I've actually seen, never mind played. But saying that it should be rated down for being too long, come on. As if that's a decent excuse. I mean, even the most flexible with the truth of politicians wouldn't buy that excuse. And they can come up with some terrible ones of their own, I'll say that much. Yeah, need to deal with that. And for those of you who want me to get a personality transplant, that is worse than pointless. Because last time I had one of those, well, let's just say that it's like transplanting an organ without immunosuppressants. Minus the risk of death. Or any adverse effects for others. Yeah, I bet some of you would consider that to be the best thing that I could ever achieve. Very well, that's your opinion. If only it was... Ooh, zombie! Over here, zombie! Die, vile undead being! And I see another wants to play. I mean, my aim is bad, but it's not that bad. I can still aim well enough to hit a zombie from that distance. Yeah, need to make modifications to this as well. I don't want it to look too ugly. I want it to look, at the very least, presentable. I mean, loot boxes in games that don't really need them. In fact, some games have multiplayer when they'd be better off without it. Yet it's stuck onto games out of habit. As if an unreliable setup of humans can replace a decent plot. Then again, there must be some who don't play a game for its plots. Well, I can let them go with Minecraft as plot is basically optional in that case. Unless you're playing the Telltale games. Yeah, the Telltale game version of that. In that case, it does have a plot. A plot which is largely determined by the player's actions. Well, it is determined by the player's actions, but not as much as Minecraft, where plot is about as minimal as games around the 1980s. Although that's more due to hardware reasons. Yeah, this is not adequate. Ah, good. Much better. Yeah, it works now. The question is, what else can I do now that this is complete? I have an idea of where I can go next. But before that, I need to empty out what I don't need. Yes, I know there's a chest nearby. Let's see. Yep. Don't need any of that, at least not for now. Yeah. I'm thinking... Yes, it is complete. I'm thinking of expanding the underwater base. Well, I've got some black concrete powder and some more glass, so might as well use it. And if I want to do the rest off camera, I can do that as well. But I need something to make this a bit longer than it otherwise would be. I was originally intending to connect two tunnels and make them one long one, but that would have made the last episode somewhat misleading. Okay, before I do some more work on the underwater base, time to do some gardening. In this case, grow more carrots. Yes. Horrifying, isn't it? The growing of fresh vegetables. Behold, I shall grow more with the power of bone meal. What shall I use it on? Yes, these. See how they grow quicker. Then again, this is reality, so of course they'll grow quicker. It usually takes much longer than this for them to grow in reality. Because reality sucks, doesn't it? Yeah, gravel to keep the water from washing the crops away. Yeah, and also for getting the water out of the tunnels once construction is completed. I don't need to create the tunnels between sections as long. At least not... well... considering that they've expanded... well... these sections make longer tunnels than necessary. I just need to line them up with pre-existing sections. Are there times where you consider that even though you had good intentions, helping others just makes things worse? I feel that way sometimes, but doesn't mean that I avoid doing it. Don't really know why. Perhaps I just want punishment. And I'm a glutton for it. And there are plenty of those who want to give it, regardless of my desires. Sorry, I was just moving after leaning back too much. It can sometimes get to me at times, and I'm being redundant. Now, some of you might be asking, why not learn another language? Broaden your interests. Well, that's somewhat difficult because I still struggle with English. Which should be a bit obvious, isn't it? There are some times when I don't even understand myself, never mind anyone else. And those of you who have this idea that those who speak like me are evil, you have quite antiquated beliefs and need to get with the times. And perhaps not believe Hollywood's lies. In fact, some in Hollywood are quite tasteless. Both in behaviour and in movie content. I mean, Do these people even know that the British Empire no longer exists? Well, if they don't, they need to do a bit of research. Much like those who believe that Russians are evil, just because Hollywood portrays them as such. I mean, I'm not just talking about movies set around the Cold War. And even then, it's not as black and white as that. Well, not as much as it appears. I'm talking about after that era. Basically, anyone with that kind of accent, you think, rather what Hollywood would want you to think. This one's up to no good. I mean, it even applies to Benedict Cumberbatch. Or any Brit, or more specifically, Englishmen with that kind of accent. In fact, in at least one case, they also cast them as the hero in a different movie, just to balance it out. Well, don't know whose idea that was, but they either have standards or they want their critics to get off their backs. Hard to know which, but I can certainly understand their reasons. Finally got that bit done. Well, until next time. Hail the rabbit!